Welcome back to the Opium Den. Let's get high. Alright, gang. We have a lot of base management stuff going on. Our Southern Expedition, we finally got the Lava Vulture. We're just kind of hanging out here with these last two still open. I will do them eventually, but right now we have so many juveniles, we are pausing on that. I spent a long time, probably like a good half hour, just doing base management, selling a few things we didn't need anymore, and then just looking through and trying to plan ahead some breeds. Because I don't always want to stall and waste your guys' time, but I do want you to know we're putting some thought into these. So Thomas is my only greater lifesteal and is maxed. And the attack guy has great traits, but absolutely terrible bite strength. Even if I maximize this guy's bite strength by leveling him up, it is still terrible. So I do think just rolling for those traits early on is perfectly fine. Now we know the odds of getting greater lifesteal plus these four we want is very low, but considering how bad he is, I think I just start rolling that combo early and often and seeing what happens. So we're going to set that up now. This would be getting close to like our perfect elements for our flanking unit. Ooh, okay, these are close enough. We did not need... Oh, we gotta be over 50. So the 40 plus the hybrid got it over. I won't complain. Yeah, so super low odds on this one. And huge bite variance, but I'm just gonna try it a couple times and see what happens. If I had a weak poison extract, I would throw that on just to kind of see. I don't think it's worth burning a standard. So let's try this. I'm thinking after that, I might just breed something with the spider worm, because I do like the energy leech trait. Like just draining energy from a bunch of people really fits what I'm trying to do in terms of the energy steal. So I'm actually thinking that I might breed with wild boar. Not because I particularly love wild boar, but I do just want to keep these traits going in something. The other thing I was debating breeding spider worm with, since we have the druids, would be the harvest worm, because they would kind of piggyback on each other's poison, and we could potentially keep poison skin going. So that combo would pass along poison protection, poison bite, and poison skin. So when I'm using poison potions on that, I'm triple dipping. So that makes enough sense. I'm going to buy the harvest worm. This is a pretty good spawning cells, even though litter size doesn't really seem to be an issue. Additional skill point. I mean, I play the slow game, so I don't know that that's worth it. I do want all of these. Lifespan, sure. Eventually, if we get real abominated, we might need that. Less vulnerable. Okay. So those are all good. My bear is better than the northern lizard in terms of frost effects, and I'm really hoping the vulture's better than the cave arachnid. And the rest, we've pretty much passed on the most important traits we want, other than the greater pack. But again, I'm going to push that off another year. I think I got enough fish to fry. I was wondering where that put me storage-wise. We're good there. Alright, so juveniles are guys that are coming up. We did get really lucky. We got all three on both of these. We went 2 for 2, so that's really nice. We have a male and female, and these will theoretically be our new tanks as long as they rolled somewhat decent bite strength. If not, I'll just instantly breed them for traits and not level them up. These guys are also tanky units. They only have tail sweep, but they should be significantly stronger in terms of poison. I tried to keep passing on my poison traits in these two. So I might even breed the combo here first. I don't know. The tanks are kind of slowing down on me, but we're going to keep our offensive units breeding right here. So let's jump and keep leveling up. This Fearless Flawless has pretty good physical damage, and at some point if I'm missing either of those traits, either Flawless or the Fearless, this is my best bet to breed it back in. So I am going to start leveling those two up. Attack, there's no point, he's so bad. Tiger Bear, we keep going. Element, we keep going. I think everyone else, we are max. We'll keep Row going. Not that I have any immediate plans, but because Row lives to be like 13 years old, I think at some point I will be able to pass on the spiny skin and total spininess, but that is a long time down the road. Alright, quick victory there. Man, no druid quest? Boo. Let's see, what do we have here for a fight? I kind of think the Bliss of Fortune's fun, just for the random roll at who you bring. It's worth 10 grand. What's this one worth 20? That's a wild leper monkey hybrid. I like that. Holy cow, is this guy spooky looking. Spiny and fire. Yeah, I don't feel like losing someone off the bat today. So monsters, warrior, archer, sorcerer. So we get 8. Alright, that's a dub. Can we make it harder? Flawless. Yeah, we probably lose this one. Yeah. Alright, let's just start out with a win. And then we get 4. Ooh, interesting. He's not tamed. That's going to make him significantly harder to level up. Oh well, we'll keep that in mind for the future. Yeah, we'll just bring Gilo for now. Alright, people got smoked. Monsters hard carried. Love that. So let's see where we're at. Element's got to be close. I feel like I say that every time. So we're still basically 2 levels away, and then lots of room to improve combat-wise. Bear, 5, okay. Let's just max that bite strength. 47, that's really good to start passing on. And the Ice Breath doesn't super matter, but it'll probably, like naturally, it's just a little bit more tanky of a unit, so I'll just throw health on it. Alright, defense, we're slow playing him. Gilo, man, we're about maxed. Alright, since I have passed on so many things with Tail Sweep, in terms of base management, I can sell both of my maxed rows. I can also sell this Fearless Flawless, because he is now significantly worse than this one, other than the tameness. And I can sell this guy. I kept it for a second because it has so much better bite strength than my other with Flawless Attack, but the 4 perks is just too good to go backwards. I'd rather random roll the bite strength. So something I did realize is I've looked at surgery on a few of these. Removable organ, resilience points and skill points. That's pretty good. I've looked at surgery on a few of these, but my organs are still 25% quality-wise. I haven't killed anyone, but this is how you get hybrid meat. So I am going to start to murder a few of these, unfortunately. I don't know that I want to do it on the Fearless Flawless guys. They usually sell for a ton. Let me look here a second. So this should be one. Fearless Flawless, male, level 3, 1800. Yeah, I'm going to take the 2 grand. Let's fund our next expedition. Sell 850. So, I talk about meat and then instantly sell both. But, I mean, that was 2 grand for nothing. But I do want to start to murder a few hybrids, because I really would like to start making my guys better at biting hybrids. Those seem to be the late game monsters versus just insects or mammals or reptiles. So that's the game plan. Alright, I'm still going to hold on the juveniles for 1 more turn. I am missing a potion of cure, but we got lots coming, and there is nothing else to buy. Yeah, nothing essential. Alright, we're looking good. Let's see how this next turn goes. Alright, we're good and tame, good and tame. Both of these abominations should be perfect. I planned ahead on those two. He's going to keep ticking up on abomination for 4 turns and hopefully heal it all off. We had to heal his off first. $49. Holy cow, we could really abominate him with something. I don't know that he's going to be better than the other one. I'm going to hold on to the concentrated. Let's do something like that. Give him a stone skin. I honestly think that was the game plan here too. Because this is going to go up 7. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 is 40. So this is not enough abomination. Do I have a weak potion I could give him to keep him on par with the other one? Yeah, I'm good with this. Let's do that. That'll keep it close. Alright, we do not know what these have, but these are potentially our best attack units. So, I'm just going to say attack and remind myself that it should be 5 traits if we roll this perfect. I think the only element they had was poison, so nothing I can do there. These are my attacking units, so I want them to have lots of energy, lots of endurance for action points. They should be very agile as it is. That's the one thing I'm pretty much guaranteed to pass on very strong. So I'm tempted to throw some magic resistance and keep that going up because they're charging mages, but also like agility, I just get there faster. So let's max that. Alright. These seem like good fits for attacking humans. Their abomination's only going up 5, so I could probably even get away with a weak potion at the end of it. 48. Okay, I'm gonna need to... I mean, not need to. Let me take that back. I could abominate them more. Oh, you know what? Was I gonna growth potion these guys? I think I was gonna growth potion them. That only goes up 8? Yeah. $26, $49. Okay. So let's make some maybe agility potions for these guys. Or are they swiftness potions? Yeah. And these are going to be hybrids. I could also do spawning potions. No, I can't do that to embryos. We can make a couple endurance potions too. Let me move those to the front. Something like that looks good. Alright, we're looking good. Now let's take a downturn and maybe just breed. Sorry, I got distracted by all the ants and cells, or not. The rats and cells that populated in there. I was like, holy cow, what is happening? Where's Harvest? Here's Harvest. Alright, let's start that poison just because I think it's kind of fun. These shouldn't need a very strong crossbreed. Where's a weak? Do I have any weak for reptiles? That should be good. And then what happens if I throw on a poison potion? Interesting. So it gave it a much better chance of passing on the poison traits, and it brought up these minimums, but it didn't actually make them better. The only way to make these better is going to be organ implantation. So let's pause that game plan. I should have some pretty crappy organs. Yeah, here's some 25%. So I could implant both of these into them and then breed. It's not going to buy me a whole lot of time because they still die so fast, and I'm going to take life off. So I don't hate that game plan, I just don't think I have to do it now. So let's just try and pass on the energy leech here a second. So we're going to need the male, and we're going to need to take that away. And then where's my boar? You were hiding in the basement. Yeah, way down here. 50. Expensive one for this garbage. Alright, pretty bad unit, but whatever. Let's just see if we can pass on the traits. Alright, we have lots to sell here, but I do think first we can steal a couple fire organs. So let's steal 3 or 4 fire organs. This will just be mammal, so I'd rather have an extra fire organ. Alright. These should be my best 2 because I gave them fire bonus. Yep, so we're up to 18 and 20. Ew, you look rough, dude. And then I did realize my cool boy, who I really like the looks of, he actually gives me a really good organ, a hybrid for poison bonus and strength bonus. So I'm going to take that from him since we were just keeping him for looks. Who I got for these cells? More. Holy cow. Alright, well, we don't really need mammal meat, so let's just sell a few. Like, the fire organs are good, but the fact that they're all only at 25%, I don't need 200 of them sitting in my inventory. So what I would like to do is now implant organs into these guys to make them better. And then from there... Oh, you guys are going to be picky because you're fire animals. Alright, alright, alright. I do wish you could have a second big area for monsters. Like, I do feel like scrolling through here is super inefficient. I get why you don't. You're supposed to just have your monster keep. But I think that's why everyone plays this game, is to breed monsters. So, you know, it's like, let me do what I want. Not damp. Alright, we'll just leave it at humid. Let's protect you. Alright, that should be good. So we've got this going just for traits, which I don't super care about, but that's fine. The one I do care about is male tiger bear and the female rat. And I'm not breeding this as much for the traits, but I am breeding it for the weakness protection, because I could jump up 25 and 20. So I could really start to get some elemental resistance going, which is a whole nother breeding line. That's why I spend so much time trying to semi-plan ahead. I'm not going to breed that quite yet, because maybe the vultures are much better than the rats. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, catacombs, here we go. Element, male, defense, fearless, flawless. I mean, you're so bad, but I guess I just bring you. And then we will give... Where's Gila? Alright, getting those levels. I like it. I like it. Attack. What is important for him to pass on? Maybe just the high agility. Or I could give him some health. That'll instantly pay off. Alright, looking good there. We've got a new breed going. We've freed up some space here. So let's go go get more rats just for their organs. That sounds crazy, but it is what it is. Okay, defense does have killers, so we're safe there. And then we just bring our archers. Well, my goal was to try and see if I could get a stream out or a video out every day this week for you guys. Unfortunately, I don't know that that one's going to happen. Oh, I can shoot over him. Nice. But that's probably going to kill. Because I was like, alright, if I record tonight and then wake up early and record tomorrow morning, that's the next 2 days. I've made it to the weekend. And then my wife's like, oh, BT Dubs, don't forget about that wedding Friday or Saturday. I'm like, oh, well, there goes that. And I agreed to help my brother-in-law hang some drywall this weekend, which is never fun, but that's all right. Family first, right? So, unfortunately, that kind of puts a damper on a video out every day, but I will stick to the every other day. I'm just going to keep pre-recording, making sure we're getting new content out. Do I pop it just for fun? Yeah, I want to see it. Dead? Alright. No one even bit me. And we're just gonna hold. I'll just keep getting the defense guy. With his killer, he's fine. Double kill action to end it. Nice. I do want to see if I can turn down... Like, it's hard. I want you to hear the game, but there are some things like the bells that are just a little aggressive, so I'm going to bump it down one notch. Hopefully they're coming through okay on your end. Alright, where are we at now juvenile-wise? 19. Alright, let's finish this up then, and then leave. Same crew, element, defense, and the archers. I'm not even going to fake bringing my guy. We all know better. You are technically my better archer. I'll bring element just in case I can blitz, but I don't think I can. So I'm just kind of in a weird breeding spot because all of my last offspring, Blake, Thomas, Carmen, Element, all have something I would love to pass on. Like, I'm going to try and remember off the top of my head, so I might mess this up. But Blake has greater energy steal. He's my only one with greater. Thomas has greater life steal. He's my only one with the life steal. And then... oh, maybe I'm popping that twice. I don't know. And then Carmen has my best bite strength and really good poison bite. And then Element Guy has amazing of the other 3 elements. So it's like I really do want to keep all of their genetics going. That's sweet. And I think my only way to really do that is to probably start breeding them together rather than keep breeding in new traits. But I 100% wish I just started with the trait breeding, because now I am very much in the position that Thomas and Blake talked about a long time ago, that like my bite strength's gonna keep getting worse in the mid game as I add traits, unless I get really, really lucky, and then I'll have to breed that back up. But the good news is, it's pretty easy to breed back up your bite strength. It's just gonna take time. Like, just slowly leveling up anyone once I get traits, and then that's 15 bite strength per generation. I can get it back up quick. I mean, I got it up into the 80s with, what, 2 generations? Maybe 3? So we're looking fine. Alright. I did not copy and paste. Fudge. That's what I get for streaming at night after a long day. Well, hopefully those guys aren't significantly weaker. This might still be the same turn, but I'm pretty sure I ended 1 turn. It's fine, it's fine. Alright. Nice, double level there. Love that. Oh, we're getting cold in the basement. I mean, I guess you're worth keeping. You're alive a long time, and you at least have greater energy if I really need to breed that in later. But Blake is a female with better bite and has significantly better skills, so I'm never going to do anything again with either of these. Which is sad. I don't like killing off these guys that I've put a lot of effort into maximizing, but also like once I've passed everything on I can. Okay, that's not a bad frost tissue. I'll take that just because I don't have much frost tissue right now. Where's Max Alligator? Oh, selling a bunch of the max guys. This feels bad. Female row. What one of my dragon tanks had the better poison? You did. Alright, I'll keep the female just in case I really get a bad roll. But I think it's time for the male to go. I don't really want reptile meat. What organ do you have? Alright, we'll take that. Sad. Alright. And we've got our breed going for traits that we don't super care about. Love that. Alright. We learned the hard way that I don't think we're winning any of those right now. Man, there's no good rewards from anything else. So that would be 4 monsters. 6 hybrids? Yeah, sure. So let's bring the new ones first. Can't bring untamed ones, which stinks. But this should be a win. Yeah, baby. Easy dubs. Element. Okay, okay. Moderate sickness, warriors, blacksmith, stock. Let's take a peek at those blacksmith. Oh my gosh, why are all my blacksmiths this region offers me so bad? I'm probably just going to hire Guido as soon as I can. I'll keep making some garbage. I don't know if this is really how they level up or not, but... But I want to get him flirting with 50. Alchemists, we're doing good. I guess maybe... Nope, can't assign there. I'm really hoping we got lucky on that one. That would be huge to keep moving forward. Yeah, sure. Let's have you... I mean, you're already gaining 6 health a bite, so let's have you start dodging. These are both nice. I'll have you start dodging arrows. Alright, 1 level away now, thanks to those medals. Long ways away. And attack, we're just doing health. Funny enough, I do keep bringing them right now, but it's not really intentionally. It's just because I don't have anyone else to prioritize. Yeah. Alright. Good there. I think that's a turn. Is there anything else I messed up here? I know I haven't given these guys potions, but that's fine. The potions are going to be at the end anyway. And it doesn't super matter until I know what traits they have. Lava Vulture, they should all be doing well. And the Fire Rats and Spider Worms, I'm not going to invest anything in. Okay, I like it. Guild's Fair. Alright, let's do that first before I forget. I might take this just because, like, on some of those combos, it'll give me a better chance the more breeds I have. Yes, we want all of those. That's a pretty good That's not good, not good. Spiny skin and strength, but it's pretty weak. I mean, at least it has poison, but it's not great. I need a couple over 50, so I'm going to take those. Yeah, we'll take the strong growth. How much am I spending? 10? $49. I'm pretty much making that. Okay, yep. Human blood seems to be the most universal in terms of like breeding in or out, dry tolerance, and that kind of stuff. I guess this one is better than mine. I'll take the element potions just because I don't have a great way to keep those going. And eventually I want to get elements. Alright, that probably puts me over, yep, significantly. So let's flip something here. We need to take one of these dungeon cells and make it that. And then we probably got one in the courtyard, and I'm not losing Carmen to running away. That would be wild. Let's see. So that sleeps 8. So I actually can get rid of this too. Let's just do the dungeon cell quick. It's 1 turn. That's just going to make it cheaper. Alright. 1 turn dungeon cell. Oh, here we go. Moment of truth. He got it. He got all 6. No way. Thomas, what are the odds on that? Calculate it for me, my man. That's insane. He looks insane too. Look at those eyes. Holy cow. Alright, we just lucked out. I don't know what I did to earn that tonight, but that is awesome. You know, these other guys aren't bad just because they have greater energy steal along with killers and fearless. So they're worth still investing into and seeing how good we get. But this guy is worth going all in. Give him all the food. He's going to be my best attacking unit. I thought we had some better bones. We do. Yeah, I mean, he might low roll bite. It is what it is, but at least here I'm giving him a bonus 5. And I need to pay attention to his tameness. So it's going up 20 a turn. And I've got 3 turns left, so it's going up 60. So I do think it's the air. Oh, it's close. Yeah, I think it'll hit. It makes me nervous though. I almost want to just throw this on for 1 turn just to like feel better about it. But based on math, it's not needed, so I'm not going to risk it. He would be one that the breeding runestone would low-key be good for. Because if I could get his litter size up even a couple and he was popping out 6 offspring, that gives me a better chance of passing things on. Is he worth the excellent bone? I think so. I think so. What else do we want to give him? Let's give him this. What's that do? Yeah, that's going to go crazy. What does that do? Fear of humans less, lifespan's worse, his tolerances get better, but abomination shoots up. No, we're not at that stage yet. I'd rather give him one of these. Let's go. That is so lucky. Alright, this is going to work. Ye of little faith, man. We were doing math. We were calculating like it was going to take 40 offspring to make this happen. We just had to run it. First try, we're 6 for 6. Alright, monster-wise, we want to keep defense going. We're hanging out there. I could breed these two. My next one I had written down was the defense, but I'm kind of slow playing that until I get tail sweep on something. Unless I go defense and Blake. Flawless, fearless killer, and then Blake would pass over energy steal and killer. So that would potentially be a really good unit. I'm pretty much just moving over energy steal, and the bite strength is neutral. Alright, we won't do that one quite yet. Alright, if you guys have any other combos you really want to see bred, please let me know. The element, there's no point in me doing until I do more research and can put organs in. I have to keep slow playing the elements. Which is really unfortunate, because I would love to start cranking out some really cool combos. Oh, we did get this guy. Alright, so let's check these out. I didn't see him in here. So not great bite strength. That's way down towards where Row was. But he did get all 3 of my tank traits. Human fear's way down. Good physical defense. Pretty weak magic. Alright. Mediocre. I'd give him a solid like 5 out of 10. Where is his counterpart? I think he's still here. Alright, we got one more turn, and then we will pick the best of those to keep. Lavas are still close. Rats, spiders. I mean, I guess breeding-wise it makes sense to just keep breeding my best guys and hope I get really lucky. So let's just see if we can kind of set a new upper limit of normal here. Is Carmen a better choice than this? Yes, because Carmen would keep getting the bite strength up. I mean, defense in this would be good for traits, but selfishly I'm kind of trying to keep those 2 different lines, make it a little less incesty. So I really want to breed the defense guy with one of my pro furies, which I guess the female is this one. Yuck, that's kind of bad. That's alright. Yeah, so let's just do this for now. I don't see anything better jumping out to me. I'm being indecisive because my brain is tired. We need a hybrid bonus. Oop, that's a real weak one. That should get there, yep. Yeah, so this combo should have high bite strength. Man, I didn't realize Blake was only 54. That feels bad. That's okay. Blake's been carrying us a long time. I can't talk shit. Do I want to throw on an extra one? I mean, honestly, like if I'm gonna risk a wide gap. Oh, but the problem is that Carmen's a male. I was gonna say I could just breed this with Carmen. Could breed this with Carmen just to start getting some other traits going, but then I'm risking all 5. Alright, I'm just gonna wait on all of those. I'll breed I'm just going to do this for now, just to breed something. My male tiger bear is really what I care about. And he could breed again with fire rat or vulture in a couple turns if I want. Alright. Really, we just need to see what our other tank units are, and then go from there. So I'm kind of slow playing that, because there's not much I can do. We'll level this up for now, since it's my female of the batch, with the 3 traits we want. Male and element. Nice. Expedition, we can come home. Kind of forgot that was still out there, should have done that last turn. And tournament, what do we have? That's a great potion. I think we gotta do it. That's such a good potion. What's this? Shock resistance is good, but the fire and the rest matter more. But I want this potion of cure. I can't win this. Dang it. It's still the... At least I don't think I can. 4 hybrids? Yeah, it's gotta be these 4. We'll try it. Maybe one of them will get hot with the killer. That's all I can hope for. Let's hit this level up first. This might actually matter. Alright, we need combat traits. We need combat traits. Agility. And let's give you a counterattack. None of you guys have any extra points hiding. Defeat. Oh no, I was afraid of that. Alright, we'll fight this. Yeah, it's just the traits. Like, my guys are so strong, but... Alright, let's see. We got these poison clouds. I'm gonna slow play it. Okay, so Blake's got energy steal. Carmen will be our backup. Let me see if I can kind of divide them and conquer, since my guys have some insect DNA. Maybe I can get lucky. I am gonna have to do something different. Maybe like this, so I can double attack and make it only single attack. I mean, I should try and kind of hit them from the front and the back would be the one thing. So let's space out 2. Okay, something like that. I should be able to get them spinning if someone does move to the middle. Alright, so if I collapse. He could get behind. Man, Carmen's a bit far, and then I would take triple attacks, if not more. But if I wait 1 turn, they've completely isolated my flank, so I have to do this. I want the chance at spinning this guy too, but I don't think I can let him collapse. And if I went high, I'm just taking extra for no reason. Holy cow, between the counterattack and the bite, that didn't go well. Yeah, we're losing there. Alright, this is my best bet. I at least got him flanked from both sides, but I don't think it's going to go well. I mean, my guys are already scared of the hybrids. I need to start feeding people hybrid meat. Holy cow. Carmen just instantly died of opportunity. That's a wrap. Wow, was that ugly. Alright, whatever strategy I just did, we need to never do again. That was terrible. Oh, that's funny. Alright, we made it home from the south. We don't have a ton of money since we suck and lost. What did I click on? Oh, he's even worse. I mean, that's fair. I knew they were going to be bad. It was strictly for traits. Okay, now that I know they're both bad, I just gotta suck it up. So that would be a row with my Panther, which explains why they're so bad, because I haven't even bred them with the tanks here yet. So let's breed the male tank. I mean, is he really my best tank right now? Honestly, Carmen and the other people might be better. Alright, so we're back to square one with planning. Based on those two offspring, these two, very good trait rolls. I am not complaining by any means, but I do need to figure out what I'm doing with them to keep breeding the tank generation, because that has definitely fallen behind my attack generation, my offensive flanking units. So I'll figure out what I want to do there, and then we will keep the breeding going. We are having some luck, so I'm super excited with how things are going. You know, this is going to be a monster unit. And did we have any luck here? He looks pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. It's not great, obviously, but we didn't go 3 for 3, but honestly, I probably deserve that after how lucky we were with 6 for 6. So, again, no complaints. It's just going to be a little bit of RNG on these generations, and we're just going to have to spend a little time figuring out exactly how we're going to get to where we want. We're going to have to manage them a bit too. They're getting too abominated. So, little base management stuff from me, and we will pick back up with the tournament. Hey, thanks again for joining, guys, and I will see you soon.